it's hard not to criticize it. It is really hard not to shit on this game. Now, I've shit on a lot of WWE games in the past. I shit on 2K15, 2K16, and 2K16 is considered a good and decent WWE game, but I had my damn reasons why I disliked WWE 2K16 so much than 2K15. But this this is just a mess. It's an absolute mess. And 2K should have not tried. They should have not tried to do a deluxe edition or a frickin' SmackDown Collector's Edition, where a SmackDown Collector's Edition is $100+. That is outrageous. And like, okay, you say yeah, cause not realistic. It's just that I only have 2K17. I have literally been saving a lot to buy this one. Haha. Well, I must tell you this, is that you could buy 2K20 or you could buy 2K19, and I must say, choose at your own pace, because don't buy 2K18. It's already in the past. Buy 2K19, because I have said that 2K19 is good in this live stream. In the past, I made comments like through YouTube videos that 2K19 is past its prime. But give it another look. It is still a good game. 2K19 is still good. It's decent enough to play, which is why I still have 2K19. I didn't give it or return it, trade it in like I usually do with WWE 2K games. I actually kept this one. But I just have to see where this goes. I gotta see if 2K is gonna make this work. If they're gonna fix all of their mistakes. Because that is a thing that 2K doesn't do often. They don't fix all of their mistakes of a WWE game or acknowledge them, because if there's one problem and 2K19 still has, it has to be Universe Mode's like forced promo system. And what I mean when I mean forced promo system, I mean like when there is a promo that you didn't set and it's not rivalry related. It's just there and you can't delete it. That's a problem. That's a problem, and it's been said it's a glitch, but in actuality, 2K19 and I think 2K18, I believe, the reason why those are there is because those are potential rivalries, which, like, I don't like any of those, by the way. And like the very forced promo in a universe mode card, I don't like that. They do have to fix lots of things. There's a thing in the showcase in which the Night of Champions arena is gray. So inaccurate, I mean. Is it now? Now that's interesting, but they gotta fix this game. They cannot entirely, and they have put Ukes on the spot. I've seen a video where they did an interview. Two employees of 2K did an interview with for not taking, like, they didn't study the game as much. Like, they even said they knew Ukes was gonna leave. They knew one day. They didn't know when, but they knew one day Ukes was gonna leave, and they could not. And when they left, they had to basically change it around, like rebrand it, like figure out the codes, reestablish the codes and such. And as you can see, they didn't reestablish the codes on hair physics. But the thing is that they should have been learning from Ukes since day one. All 2K did was sit back and let Ukes do their thing. Like, sure, they made concepts of sorts. Ukes, they would kind of either turn down their concepts or turn their concepts into what Ukes wanted. I don't know. I'm just making speculation and assumptions. But from what 2K said, like Lionel, Jinx, and that other guy that I don't really know, they should have been learning from Ukes the entire time they were there, making those games. Because otherwise, they would have had the codes ready without trying to make new codes to get this game established. I mean, this game is so unestablished, we don't have a creative championship. It's just like 2K17 all over again when we didn't have creative video. We had to wait for a patch. Now we have to wait till the end of the year or so, probably into next year, to create a championship patch? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. It's just a bad thing. Like, 2K should have delayed this game. They should have delayed it. They should have delayed it to like a November release. Like, keep it close. They could have released it like somewhere close to Black Friday where it could be on sale. Alright, they probably didn't add much because of the new consoles for next year. That is if they're prepared for it. That's the thing. If 2K are prepared for that. Because they weren't prepared when it came to 2K15, you know? They were not prepared for 2K15. Because 2K14 released close to the new consoles that are now PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then 2K15 happened, and it showed that 2K were not ready. Yeah, but they should have been prepared, you know? Because they had 2K14. People were upset that 2K14 was not going to be on next gen, which was understandable, you know? It was understandable that 2K14 wasn't going to be on the next gen. So when it came to 2K15, they had a chance to be ready, to have everything ready. And what did they do? They fucked it up by scrapping a lot of stuff from last gen. Like, that's the thing. It seems to be a common theme where WWE games cannot succeed in a new console release, because I haven't really talked about this ever, but WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, it looked good on console when it released on the newer consoles, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, but actually no, that's the thing. It looked good, but it wasn't completely ready because they did not do a PlayStation 3 release of WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. They didn't. So that proved that they were not ready completely. Like, yes, they have 1 year to make this game, and making video games is hard to do within 1 year, because you can only make that much within 1 year. But here's the thing. If I was 2K, there are like a few to lots of things they have to stop doing. Like, and 2K15 didn't have shit. Like, how they can keep old ass move animations but not have an Inferno match. Now that's good. That is a good question. But what I was about to say before, what was I about to say before? Damn. But to answer that, I totally forgot what I was going to say. But to answer your question, or at least answer that, yes, that is true about the Inferno match. Like, have old ass move animations, or like all the last gen matches. Yeah, true. I think it was possible to have. I think they didn't entirely add all of the last gen animations, you know, to 2K15. Like, they said they had to start from scratch, which is a little bit over exaggerated, because starting from scratch means like you had nothing. If you still had those old ass moves from last gen, you didn't completely start from scratch. Okay, and I just remember what I was gonna say. What 2K should stop doing, and I remember this from 2K15 and 2K17. That one guy that kept saying, and I'm pretty sure he's not even around, that one guy in the 2K15 and 2K17 My Career trailers that said, we really listen to fans this year, that's some load of bullshit. I've been wanting to say that for a very long time. Now, that's some bullshit for someone to advertise My Career in those trailers, WWE 2K15 and WWE 2K17, to say that you listen to the fans and you give them exactly what they want. You know 2K15 and 2K17 My Career fucking bombed, man. It was terrible. I played those things. I played those modes. They are terrible. They are fucking boring. No mode has gotten the most hate than My Career until 2K19 happened. 2K19 reinvented My Career. It made it better. It made it feel like, okay, yeah, this is not just a My Career that a cat like not what you would see in the My Career. To be honest, My Career 2K15 to 2K18 felt like a story designer. That's how it felt. But no game for My Career felt like a story designer compared to 2K15. I mean, it had all of the elements. 2K15 My Career had all of the elements of a story designer. It was terrible. I watched cutscenes of 2K15 My Career, and I'm thinking like, yeah, somebody at 2K must have broken down a story designer and just set it up using that. And that's the thing. Why the hell we still don't have story designer? Why do we not have story designer? It is boggling. I keep stating for years that we need a story designer that will help keep WWE 2K games on their feet for about the next 3 to 5 years. To keep fans satisfied. We need it. We cannot keep going at this mile where if we don't have what last gen had. We have mixed tag, which was last gen. That is a good thing, but we are almost at the end of this console's run. And that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. This is why 2K has to step up, because they're going to lose. They're going to lose to AEW that are trying to make their own video game, and I'll make sure I'll buy that. I don't even watch AEW, but it's a wrestling game, and I'll buy it. I will buy it, and I will enjoy it. If they have what WWE 2K lacks and does not even put in the littlest of effort to put into a WWE game that fans have been wanting for years, and yet we're being told they've been listening to the fans, but we don't have a story creator. We don't have a GM mode, which, to be honest, I don't really give a fuck about GM mode. I have played GM mode on SmackDown and Raw 2006, 7, and 8. I don't give a fuck about it. You can have me for it, but I really can't get into it. But I will admit, the one thing I like about GM mode is the freaking revenue system. I like that, which is why I think it would be a good idea to implement that into Universe mode. That would be a good addition. And just to say it, no matter how many times, nobody's gonna agree with this, but you have to think about it. Universe mode is GM mode, just without the brand split, the draft, which the draft system needs to come back, by the way. But it's not that certain reason why people don't think it's a universe mode is a GM mode is because GM mode focused on one particular brand, Raw or SmackDown. I understand that. But and then people saying like universe mode needs to be cut and bring GM mode back to replace universe mode. Don't do that, because universe mode is enjoyable. It has cutscenes. Yes, it's repetitive, but it's cutscenes that I wanted to see in the earlier WWE games, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 to 8. I wanted to see that. I played those thinking that those were in the game, because at the time I was playing a lot of a lot of WWE 2K16 at the time when I bought these games, and neither of them had cutscenes. And I tried to make it enjoyable, but it just couldn't feel enjoyable to me. But it just needs something to be refreshed upon. 4 rivalry slots. That's a good idea. But everything else is the same. We need a revenue system. We don't need these points shits. I don't like points. Like, what am I? 10? And what year is this? 2002? Where points is still a thing? Collect points. VC. I don't want that shit. But bring back the revenue. Make me feel like I'm making money for this shit. I don't want the points. Like, what am I? I'm not 10 years old. I don't want VC points. VC points are for 10-year-olds. I want revenue. I want to make money for what I'm doing with Universe Mode. And like, again, it just terrible. I've been playing WWE games for like a very long time, since 2011, and I may not be a long time gamer of WWE games, like compared to others that speak so passionately about it. For someone that is speaking as passionate as he can, that has been playing these sort of games for 8 years, speaks a lot of how much I care about this franchise of WWE games. I have 2K19 still. This is 2K19 is the first game. W2K19 is the first game that I've actually kept for the first time. Where 2K15, 2K16, 2K17, 2K18 are the games that I got rid of when it came to the next game. 2K19 I have not gotten rid of. I enjoy 2K19. It has its flaws, but I still enjoy it. It does not make sense at all for 2K to try to do this. It's a bad move. A bad business move. I bet they knew what they were doing. I bet they felt like they had a lot going. They bet they had something going. But they fucked it up with this one. 2K20, W2K20 could have been something special. It could have, but they fucked it up. They did this game dirty. They did this game so dirty, like what they did with WWE 2K18 on Nintendo Switch. You see, and this is the thing. This is because of what happened on the Switch. This is why there is no other WWE game on the Switch. Because they fucked up so bad. Now I believe on the Switch it was run by somebody else. Like somebody to patch the game and make these tweaks and adjustments so it could be playable, but again, it's under the care of 2K. They still fucked it up. They need to legitimately listen to the fans. They need to listen to the fans. They need to stop proclaiming that they're listening. They need to stop saying they're listening. They got to show that they are. Now, the truth is that they actually were listening when it came to 2K18, when they introduced, I believe, when they introduced like the Money in the Bank entrances, I believe, was it 2K18 or 2K19? I have not played 2K18 in like 2 years, but when they introduced the Money in the Bank entrances, that was my idea that I gave out, and that was taken into consideration a bit for one of the showcase in 2K15. 2K15 showcase with John Cena and CM Punk showcase, hustle, loyalty, and disrespect. And they had the John Cena Money in the Bank entrance. And I'm thinking, hey, they probably listened to me. But, when it came to the next game, didn't happen. 2K17 didn't happen. 2K18, I believe, is when it happened. It happened. And they actually, that's how I know they're listening. They need to stop saying they're listening. They got to show that they're listening. Because they're making a promise. They're making a promise that they're listening, but they're truly not. They're not getting in the public demand. People want GM mode. Me personally, not really. Not really. I mean, I've suggested it in WWE 2K ideas is like maybe not have a GM mode, but something similar, like have a general manager play like have an actual general manager, a superstar as a general manager for a brand to play a role in a storyline for universe mode. That would be a good idea, you know? That's how it is on television. And like, I'm sorry, I have not. Oh God, whoops. Okay, I'm sorry, I have not read any of your stuff. But when did you just sent? If they would have gave me Inferno match and better backstage match interaction, I would have got 2K20. But no, I moved on to NBA 2K. That's you. That is you, bud. But I do agree if they had an Inferno match, which to be honest, I didn't really play a lot on last gen, but I did find it an enjoyable feature, and I would like to see Inferno match come back. Um, and better backstage is true, but I don't think there's that much we could really do backstage. I mean, if I was to play any other WWE game before 2K15, and I mean like last gen, or better yet, last gen, like older last gen, PlayStation 2, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I don't have the original SmackDown vs. Raw. I only have the first SmackDown vs. Raw game I have in my collection. That it's just the first one is 2006, and then there's 7. I don't have 8. I had 8 for a day for the PlayStation 3. It sucked. I got bored quickly. But I know what you're talking about. Like if they had a better backstage, yes, I agree. I've seen footage for 2K20's backstage. Now, the layout and the concept, how they looks impressive. It does. Problem is that they're a little bit too generic. Like interactions, generic. Like the boiler room, you can't even go up the damn stairs. I've seen gameplay of people actually trying to go up the damn stairs. It's like you're at a wall. It's like the stairs and the whole thing, including the furnace, is a fucking wall. Game wall. Last gen games were the shit. They got more features than 2K15, 2K19 combined. Yes. And 2K20. Yes, sir. Yes. That is true. That is absolutely true. I've played a bunch of WWE games within my time. 8 years. Like, we're talking SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 to WWE 2K20. And SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, or just even the earlier ones that I haven't even played, they had a lot of stuff, but nothing compares to Here Comes the Pain, which had the most of everything that a wrestling game should have. Like, they want Here Comes the Pain gameplay, but you have people on the other side wanting realism. Now, I have become more of a fan of realism, but that doesn't mean that I still don't enjoy the arcade style. Now, has arcade style kind of got bored on me? Yes. But I would not mind to see the arcade style features come back. Like what made those games fun in the past. Like to battle outside the arena. That was a good idea. That was given to us in 2K17, where we were able to go backstage. Or better yet, having the ability of what older WWE games did, where you didn't just have to battle in just the arena, if depending on the match type, no DQ, I believe, you could just freely go backstage, which I can't really do in any of the WWE games. And I mean, like, between WWE 2K18 And even this game, because it worries me, because the last time I ever played a match, no DQ, where it started in the ring and then I took it backstage, I can't do that because it has crashed multiple times, which is why I fear that I can never play a freaking WWE game without the game crashing anytime I go backstage. That's why I fear it. That's why I fear WWE games, because I know most or half the time how and when the game's going to crash. Like every game. Ever since 2K15, I know how every game is going to crash. Every time. 2K19, as much as I enjoy it, I know when it's going to crash. Like if I have it on rest mode and then I turn it on, I could only play about less than 10 matches and it'll crash if I try to hit the next match or an exit. Now, WWE 12, 14, last gen were boring. The game died at 12, and on WWE 13, WWE Superstars started looking dry. Now, I can agree but disagree on that point, because because WWE 12 is actually my favorite WWE game, despite not many people liking it. I actually like it because I like the road to WrestleMania, especially with the Jacob Cass storyline, which is your creative wrestler, and the universe mode. And I show in the past, the WWE 2K ideas video, I showed a lot of praise for WWE 12 because I loved it so much. What really made me fall in love with W12 wasn't just the road to WrestleMania. It was also universe mode, because even though I started, understanding like how and what was going to happen, like the only way cutscenes would happen would be the last 3 or 2 matches of the show. It wouldn't be like random like it is now with the current WWE games where a rivalry cutscene could happen. And W12 didn't have a rivalry system, but it had cutscenes that would pop up. Okay, on W12, I just like the weapon interactions and animations. Oh, and story mode was fun. I forgot about that. Like what made that's my earlier point. Like what made W12 awesome was universe mode, because it was unpredictable of what cutscenes were going to happen. You had entrances. You had entrances that would go black into a loading screen that will load up a cutscene. Like when it goes black, you're wondering like what just happened. Like is like when that happens, you know a cutscene's gonna happen, but you don't know what cutscene was gonna happen. And it made the game feel so unpredictable. It made it feel enjoyable to me. Which is why I always show a lot of praise in WWE 12. I can't show a lot of praise in WWE 13 or 2K14 even, despite how good and how like greatly received W2K14 is. I always show a lot of appreciation for W12 because it was my favorite W game on last gen. And like W12 Showcase actually took time to do and could not be completed in one day like 13. That is true. That is absolutely true. Uh, that's because the road to WrestleMania was like 3 different stories. You had Sheamus and you had Triple H, and how those 3 stories were absolutely interesting. Like you got to play the heel, which was Sheamus, and see how his story rolls, and you got to play the babyface within Triple H, who had a very satisfying ending. No spoilers. And then you had the 3rd episode, which was Jacob Cass, which was your created wrestler, and his story was like to tie loose ends of like the first 2. Like it included Sheamus, but only briefly. It included Triple H, which was more screen time and was more used than Sheamus. It tied up everything. It felt like you went on a journey, and I appreciate W12 all the time. I give praise to W12 for what it's done. That's why I feel like no other universe mode has not been able to live up to what WWE 12 did. Like, its universe mode was interesting from a standpoint. It had interesting cutscenes. It made storylines make sense. Like, it made it like legitimate. Like WWE 12 felt like the last game where universe mode reached its peak, because WWE 13, the newest thing they act that THQ Ukes added to WWE 13 was branching cutscenes, and how wasteful the idea of branching cutscenes, because that is an actual idea. That is a great idea on paper, but in execution, it was terrible because it was rare to find any of them. In 14, I liked Defeat the Streak, and the match where after you beat one person and more people come out. I forgot what was it called, but I think W2K14. But like one person beat one person, more people. I think that's more of a handicap match. Um, but I think like Universe Mode reached its peak at WWE 12 because it had the storylines. Even though there was no rivalry manager, there were storylines. You got to customize matches, and a rivalry could happen within that factor, and it all made sense. It combined in an amazing way. There was nothing wrong with it. There was no real glitches or bugs. It felt really established. Where WWE 13 and future and current W, or at least I should just say current, like you have W 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and now 20, that just don't feel as established as 12. It doesn't. Because, again, WWE 12, the pacing of Universe Mode, when it came to certain rivalries, was done perfectly. There was nothing wrong with it. Somewhere down the line with 13, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. Like, when I tried to have like a certain, when I wanted a certain rivalry, and I knew where it had to be. It had to be somewhere at the end of the match, like the end of the show. First three match, like the last three matches of the show. And if I wanted a specific rivalry, but it would glitch out. It would glitch out, or something would go wrong, and that's where W12 is better than 13. W12 unlockables took forever, especially in universe mode, which unlockables came random. True. Overall, W12, okay, actually. Time to defeat the game. Took some time to defeat the game. It just, W12 just felt more established. I still believe that. W12 is still more established than the current products of WWE games. And also, there is that one cutscene in WWE 12, like return from injury cutscene. You have to see that for yourself, because there's dialogue and there's a scene, and you never see that scene again in other future games. You don't get to see, and I actually mentioned that in the WWE 2K Ideas video, where 2K should implement a return from injury cutscene, because seeing that cutscene in WWE 12 was like the best thing ever. Like, it starts off with like a superstar getting beaten up, and a superstar grabs a chair, hooks the chair underneath the superstar that they're beating up underneath, like the ankle, and just before he's about to stomp on it, the returning superstar from injury comes back, rushes down the ring, and starts beating the living shit out of the guy that was beating up the superstar, about to destroy the guy's ankle. That, and then toss him to the steel steps, and it had specific dialogue in those cutscenes. Like, it had one exclusive one entitled to Brock Lesnar, where it didn't mention like Brock Lesnar returning from injury. It actually had a, like, Brock Lesnar has returned back to the WWE, like he just returned after so many years. That type of thing, it worked. But yeah, It just a mess. W2K14, the rivalry manager was a good idea, but the problem is that again, W12 universe mode peaked at the time. 2K14, no, no. Using rivalry manager, it was still a glitch. It was still a little bit of a mess. It was still a little bit of a mess. And in W12, the game didn't tell you how to unlock things unless you looked online. But at that time, I was young. I didn't really know what. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I didn't know how to unlock things unless, like I felt like you had to unlock them. Like my assumption was like I had to unlock them probably through Road to WrestleMania, any other stuff. I don't know how, so I'll just buy an accelerator and just skip the grind and just have it all, you know. But yeah, there's like if people are hoping for WWE 2K21 to be better. Um, I'm probably one of few people to be worried about that. The hardest was universe mode to unlock on. Yeah. People think WWE 2K21 is going to do better. That's why they're going to be skipping WWE 2K20. And I just been having this water sit here for a while. They think WWE 2K21 is going to be better than this. Do you know how many people say that every year? You know how many people say that every year? People say that 2K20 is going to be better than 2K19. That's funny. That is really, really funny. The way I see it, WWE 2K21 has a chance at failing. And why I say that is because of this constant pattern that I've seen in the last couple of years. And I'm talking 2K15 and as well as SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, as I stated before. There's this constant pattern where when there's a new console release, the game developer, that means THQ, Ukes, and now 2K by themselves now, had this problem. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 had this problem. And the problem is that they're not fully prepared. They can't be ready. That's the problem. And also, we're talking new console release, right? Didn't they say that the next consoles aren't gonna be till fall of next year? Now think about this. What is WWE 2K games? When do they release? In the fall. I don't think there will be a new console release unless they got the specs. Because, you know, they weren't ready. They weren't ready for, like, 2K14, but then again, that was still, even though 2K bought the rights, it was still under the influence of THQ. So, yeah. But, again, they're not going to be ready. They're not going to be ready. If SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 was not prepared, and, I mean, it was a good-looking game for the Xbox 360, but they didn't have it for the PlayStation 3. That proves they were not ready. If 2K15 looked absolutely good, or at least decent, it had decent graphics, but they weren't ready because they had to scrap a lot of things, then what is the fate to hold for 2K21 if it comes to the new consoles? Okay, my first WWE game was 2009. Same. But the earliest game I played was 2007. I haven't played a game earlier than that. I looked online to see what the... To me, 2K15 had the best graphics. Yes, it did. Yes, I stated that. But I just feel like 2K21 has a chance at failing because of like past entries that went into the next gen. Because they all had somewhat of a failure behind it. Like they look good, but there was something holding it back. The blur animation made it better. Yeah, I could agree with that. I just don't really have high hopes for 2K21 to do very good because what happened within next gen, not only like not being ready, but there was always a constant of scrapping of content. Maybe there was always this lack of content which each game, like 2K15, does that really need an explanation? No, it doesn't. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, if I could think of it, which I haven't played since about a year ago. Um, and if I could think between that and because I don't have a 360, I have SmackDown vs. Raw on 2007 on the PlayStation 2, but there is a similarity. Like I'm not gonna talk about graphics because there's nothing similar about that, but features. Certain match types are missing. I think not the casket match. I can't think of it, but even SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 had a lot more features than 2K15. Even more than this piece of shit 2K20. What's funny? What is funny? But again, there's always that constant like they're scrapping features that hold the game back entirely. Like when one thing is scrapped and people take notice of that, they want that back, but they don't put it back. And not only that, again, this game is it's at its end. It's at its end. It's just like 2K14, where the graphics they don't change. They don't change. The biggest thing that they change is the lighting. It's 2K20 is basically 2K14 but worse. Like it's a mess. It's a mess. And it's at its end. Like graphics can't be changed, just like 2K14 from 13 couldn't be changed. Um, like 2K14, there was only that minimal of new features they could add, and this is what 2K20 is. Like and also downgrade. 2K14 not a downgrade. 2K20 absolutely a downgrade. And that was the thing. Like WWE games on the Wii. Oh no. I haven't even read the whole sentence, but when you said Wii, that's how you know it's fucking bad. You didn't need an accelerator to fully upgrade Superstar overalls. It was free, but sadly you couldn't customize tires. Yo, that's some bullshit. That's some fucked up shit. But it just could not be any better. Now, like 2K14 was better than 13. That I agree with. I agree with because graphics they didn't change from 13, but they were improved. Like the lighting looked a little better, a little more colorful than 13. At least 13 is like 2K15. Oh, but on the contrary, 13 had more features than 2K15. Straight up. Straight up. I mean, personally, I don't really like WWE 13. I still have it in my arsenal. I have it. I have it in this case. This case that I've had since I was about like 10 years old. I have this case, and I have like I will show you. I will show you. I've never shown my case on the gaming channel ever before, but like I have this. This is SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 on the PlayStation 2 because I don't have a 360 anymore. Oh wait, that was 6. Ah, dumb. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. That was a botch by me. Now, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 and 12. I don't have 2008 because I got bored. 2009, bored. 10. Oh, I gave that shit back in a day. That was how boring it was. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. It was good for its time, but I got bored with it. WWE 12. My favorite one. And another thing that what rocked about WWE 12 was that kick-ass intro. before it sent you to the loading screen. That was a kick-ass intro too. I didn't start play WWE on PS3 until WWE 12. All right, and then you got WWE 13. 14, it is in my PlayStation 3 right now because I was still trying to make that one video, the WWE 2K crossover video, and I may not even be using WWE 12, which is why I'm glad I still have 2K19, which is why I could probably finish it. Um, you're probably gonna be mad at me about this, but probably can't see it right. WWE 2K17 on the PlayStation 3. So I know there's a lot of backlash in that. But this was just in case that I get bored of previous WWE games last gen. So like I only bought this for updated roster. Like I know it doesn't have that many features, but still, you know. And finally, WWE 2K19, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get rid of. But notice how I have no PlayStation 4 WWE games except for 2K19. If 2K is watching this is how sad this is. That I can't keep one decent game. Because it ain't like 2K14, it ain't like 13, it ain't like 12, it ain't like SmackDown vs. Raw 11, it ain't like 2009. It ain't like the good ones. Now, I know I didn't keep 2009 or 2011, but I kept 12, 13, and 2K14 because I thought they were good. And I still believe that. They are good games. Like, do you have Legends of WrestleMania? No. No, I don't. I don't have Legends of WrestleMania or WWE All-Stars. I have played a demo of All-Stars. The controls were a little bit weird to me. Do you know if they fixed the glitch in Universe Mode where tag teams didn't form and disband when simulated? That game had the best graphics last gen. Now I do agree that Legends of WrestleMania had quite I wouldn't say the best, but it did have the most interesting graphics. Now, if I was to be totally honest, where the graphics should have stayed for last gen, they should have stayed for what they had on SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Now, those graphics were something unbelievable. They were unbelievable. Those, I mean, you know, I would say it needed a little more saturation and contrast, but those graphics look pretty good. I mean, it actually had sweat on those models. Those were good. But this game, and I've just basically gone on a rant for almost an hour, but this game is trash. I bought this, and you know, I'm gonna use it. Like, again, I'm not gonna say this game is worse than 2K15. It's not. I wish it had its graphics, and maybe it does. But I wish they didn't fuck up the lighting. The lighting is abysmal. It is absolutely terrible. It looks too much like 2K18. That's how the graphics look. Some of these models, they don't look good. Now I will say some of these look good, but seriously, this is Tyler Bate. This is Tyler Bate. No. Triple H still has the best looking model. This is why I say like 2K20. This is probably 2K15 graphics. Just the lighting fucks it up because Triple H's model still looks like how it looked in 2K15. To be honest, for me, 11 and 7 looked the same in my opinion. Oh wait, it looked the same. Know why? Not exactly. But you know, some of these they just don't do it for me. But you know I said, and I was supposed to retire. Triple H and Mark Henry had the best models since 15. Yes. And you know, just to say this, I was surprised to know that Mark Henry was in the game after being scrapped last year. You know. I didn't even know. Until about a few days ago that he was in the game. But here's another thing. The Ascension is cut, but I don't blame them. I totally forgot they existed, you know. And like who else was cut that wasn't on the list? I remember on Twitter there was some guy saying that Aiden English of all people was cut, which is hilarious. But you know, it makes sense. If I haven't seen him, I am, but I am surprised that goddamn Alicia Fox is still on the roster. Her, I don't. She's not very good. I'm surprised she has a fan base, but she ain't really that good. The only thing she's good at is being fucking crazy. And I'm just being totally honest. I'm being absolutely honest. I'm not being that like that charismatic, optimistic, always positive guy. Like when I started this new channel back in 2014, I knew the type of person I had to be. I had to be honest. I couldn't be fake. And by fake, I mean like try to be kid friendly and all that shit. That didn't do shit for me when I started like 8 years ago, almost 9 because I started in like February 2011. It's been almost 9 years that I've been on YouTube. It's no. They fixed. He used to look angry as fuck. 2009 overall, my favorite game. Now 2009 is not my favorite game, but you know, uh, I guess the reason why it couldn't be my favorite game is because it was my first WWE game and I didn't know how to play WWE games. And it was the first game I ever made, created myself, and I improved. I improved over time to make myself into a WWE game to where it actually looks like me. So, and just last week, the girl that I'll be using for my career, not gonna give a name, but I made her in one attempt, and she turned out flawlessly amazing for a first attempt because I don't make any other superstars except for myself, and I mean like through like via face scan. Like, you know, going on the computer, find the website, and then, you know, post a picture of myself with no eyes because you don't want that to look weird on your superstars as model because I tried that. It was horrifying. But the character, the superstar that I made, turned out absolutely amazing. So like once that gets working for 2K20, I will definitely get on that. I didn't know how to like save the superstar at first. I'm not gonna lie. That's how I was. Not with 2009, 2011, and that's kind of embarrassing. Um, but just thinking back to the other games, the earlier games, I really do feel like WWE games started downgrading after 2007 or maybe 2008 because the graphics changed, the lighting changed. SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 did not have the best graphics that I've like it they were bad graphics. They did not look good to me. And then like the gameplay was fucking slow. It was terrible. I did not like 2010. Just like 2008, I gave 2010 back, traded it back into my local GameStop within a day. That's how bad it was. And I've never done that with any game. Every game that I've grown up with, and I'm not talking about WWE, but I mean every game, like Spider-Man game, like any Spider-Man, Batman, any game, any action adventure video game that I've ever had, or linear games, or even the games that I actually legitimately hate that I will never buy them again, like My Nation Racers on the PlayStation 3. I never gave them back in the day. Never. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 was the first video game that I have returned back to GameStop within 24 hours. I know a face glitch on SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 on the Wii only I know about. I still know how to do it even though my Wii broke. Oh, that's unfortunate, but a face glitch. Ugh. But yeah, like WWE games, they can never really be that satisfying. They can't. They can't. I don't think they have been satisfying since probably 2009 or 2000 or no, Nah, I hear so much praise with 2009. 2010 has to be 2010. 2010. That is when they fucked up. That's when people stopped being satisfied with their games. And this was way before 2K. Like, people were making demands, trying to ask for this shit and that shit. They wanted this shit. They didn't get it. We get the next game, still not there. 12 happens, still not there. It is downgraded with the controls. And I would know. I played SmackDown vs. 2011. I didn't really like the controls then. It was hard to really understand them. But again, I was still new to WWE games. So, like, we're talking, like, I bought SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. And then about several months later, I bought WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 when WWE 12 happened, and I didn't even know that. Bro, I got so bored off WWE games, I started creating colorful people. It earned up red and blue versus black and white. And I even played a battle royale. Wow. That is how depressing WWE games have become. But if I was to say anything, WWE 12 was the peak of good WWE games. Or, nah, still considered shit. I'll just say Universe Mode. Just leave it at that. Universe Mode peaked with WWE 12. Leave it at that. WWE 13, 2K14, and all the other entries. After that, can't do it. Can't do it. Because they were all a glitchy mess. They were fucked up, they were buggy, and they were glitchy. WWE 12 had no goddamn problems. It went smoothly. There was no glitches. I can't remember the last time. I don't even remember one glitch from WWE 12 Universe Mode. It was that good. If I can't think of one glitch from WWE 12, on Universe Mode, it's good. It's good. You just gotta play it. I mean, sure, the gameplay is kind of slow, but it's worth it. These are the new WWE games that made the game fall at times. 2008, then WWE 10, then 13. Last gen, 2008. Yeah, I do agree because I could not get excited for 2008. I mean, yes, I bought it at a time where it was past its prime. I bought it when it was like 10 years old, and I don't mean when I was 10 years old. I just mean like I bought the game 10 years after it came out because I didn't know it existed until like when I started playing WWE games. And you know, I just want to increase my arsenal of playing other WWE games. So like I tried 2008, as I say again, Return to the End of the Day. 2009 was the first WWE game. It was good. It was good, decent. 2010. Do I need to say more? I returned that within 24 hours. Yep. 2K15 is basically 2008. Nah. I would say 2K15 is. I would say 2K15 is basically 2008, but worse. As a matter of fact, 2K15 better than 2008. I don't know. Graphics, yes, better. The shading was better. But it's just terrible. Just terrible. And I was supposed to be done with this live stream a long time ago. Like, we're talking, I was supposed to be done with this live stream 1 hour ago, but I'm still talking. I'm just ranting. I have never had a chance to rant about WWE 2K ever. I may have threw a little bit of rants in my WWE 2K ideas, but I've never dwelled into giving a full out rant about WWE 2K games. 2K15 had more match type. Oh god. This game, 2K20. And also I must say this rant was not planned. This is just me stating how I feel about 2K20. I didn't think I was ever going to do this, but I just can't the gameplay, and maybe it's because I just got off 2K19 and I wanted it to be better. I just can't feel it. 2008 had 24/7 mode. Just found that out. It's not that interesting. Bro, 2009 had my career. That I did know. But it's not that interesting. And I would know. I actually did play it. Wasn't that interesting. But it was basically GM mode with titles. This game. Let me just tell you. Maybe this game could get better with a bunch of patches. And I mean a bunch of patches. They're going to have to patch the shit out of this game. We're talking we're going to have to patch up all the way to patch 5.0. We're at version 1.1. We need a dozen patches. This game is it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I can't even enjoy this. I can't. And it's not me just getting into it like because I saw other people hate on it, I'm just hating on it. No. I literally bought this game. I bought this game. I could have just not bought it at all. Take everyone's word for it without having an opinion of my own. And usually I suck at giving opinions on my own because I just scramble. And yes, I have repeated a lot of words. Like I said, like, oh, I just said that and I just said it again just to make it sound different. But that's how I communicate sometimes. That's how I function. Sad, but true. NBA 2K20 looks incredible, yet WWE 2K, some people look good. True. That is true. I don't play NBA 2K. I've tried in the past. I almost uploaded a video of NBA 2K. I think it was NBA 2K18 the prelude or the prelude. I don't know how to say it right. I almost had a video. I almost uploaded that to not this channel, but the main channel, Creative Minds of Awesomeness. But for some damn reason, and I recorded this on the PlayStation 4, for some damn reason, it did not have any audio. Did not have any audio. For some damn reason, I don't know why or how. And because of that, I could not upload it. But, you know, when it comes to 2K, they just have the shittiest luck with WWE games, which is why I believe if they fuck up one more time, and I'm telling you now, whoever sees this goddamn video, because this is gonna be a separate video from this live stream, whoever sees this now, what I'm about to say, if 2K21 flops, if it flops so bad, and let's just hope they have to give up these rights for this damn game, because they have had, and I mean, they have had, excluding 2K14, they had 5 attempts. They fuck up a 6th attempt? You better put this game, put its game rights on the shelf, put it in a bookcase, put it in a book, or put it in a file folder, and then wait for someone to buy it off you and then give it to them, because clearly they can handle it better than this. And hopefully, let's just hope that EA does not buy the rights to WWE games, because I don't think I want to be dealing with this microtransaction bullshit. I don't. I really don't. Okay, NBA 2K19, my first NBA 2K game. I'm not buying NBA 2K20. It made some features I like slow. You like dribbling. I feel like since 2K16, I've wasted my dad's money. Oh God. Ukes left, so WWE Games is done. Yeah, but again, this is on 2K now. We gotta see a different game than this. We gotta see 2K21. See how this is where 2K21, and this is just, again, another thing to reference 2K20 is basically 2K14, is that 2K14 was under THQ. I mean, yes, it was bought by, like, the rights was under 2K's name, but it still had all the elements of THQ around it. This game, 2K20, now it's fully under 2K, but it still has some influence from the previous developers. Ukes. I mean, hell, they're using the same engine Ukes made for them. This is Ukes' engine. This is not 2K's engine. 2K's engine is the NBA 2K games. What they have for those. This is Ukes. No. It can't be EA. Can't be EA. Cannot be EA. It can't. They have fucked up so many times with microtransactions. THQ, yes, they went bankrupt. And then what happened? THQ Nordic came in. And apparently they've been buying some rights around. They've been buying rights that THQ had. Like hell, they're making SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I'll begin next year. Because that was my childhood. Never beat it, but it was my childhood. Loved that shit. They even got Saints Row. You know? They got Saints Row. They bought that shit back from whoever was running that ship. Deep Silver? I don't know. But they bought it. They bought it. So now we just have to wait. We just have to wait till 2K fucks up again. And let's see if THQ Nordic will buy the rights. So THQ Nordic is not THQ. It's a different company. They just changed the name. Like I forgot what their original name was, but they're not THQ. They just took the name of THQ. And this was like about 2-3 years after they went bankrupt. All we have to do is just wait. Wait till they fuck up again. If they do it, if they fuck up, they're done. They have to put that game up to rights. They may have that multi-deal with WWE. Who gives a shit? If WWE don't make those sales, they are done. They are done. And you got to think in the back of your head, WWE, they really, I bet they hate 2K. I bet they do. Because otherwise, they would have been prepared for that new arena update, but they weren't. And then it's also sad because I remember from the interview video that Deck Ops did one of those I don't know, that white guy, and I'm sorry to say it like that. I don't know his name. I'll just call him Gingerbeard. He said that he was amazed of how these people make these communications because he don't even know how. See, that's kind of sad that you don't even know how. I mean, you made this game, right? And you don't know how? Yet you can make a Raw arena? Man, that's some weird shit. That's some bombardic weird shit right there. I think EA should take the game. You may disagree, which I do, but I think they need a chance. Just one chance. If they were to get a chance, the one thing they cannot do is the whole microtransaction thing, please. If they do that, they just ruined it again. They just ruined WWE games again with the microtransaction. I mean, look what they're doing with Star Wars. And I don't mean like the new one, with the Jedi Fallen one. That one's probably going to save them. But what they've done so far? Nope. Maybe they can fix the microtransactions and remove them, but I feel like EA needs a chance. Here's the thing. Just to state this. When THQ went bankrupt, I would have heavily considered EA. You know, I would have considered it because I'm just gonna say one fact: microtransactions was not a big thing for them at the time. It wasn't a big thing. It wasn't a big issue at the time. We're talking like 2013. 6 years later, microtransaction is the most hellish thing in gaming history of all time. But then again, it should have been from a long time ago. Why? Because of EA's other project, Sims. That game was full of microtransactions and nobody called bullshit on that. I I knew what the fuck was happening. And I was 10. They didn't put that in the full game and it's PC. Sims 4. People are calling bullshit on these microtransactions. But again, this is how Sims rolls, you know? It's how Sims roll. That's just how they do. No doubt. No fucking doubt. Or Rockstar Games should take the game because they don't have to worry about the PG era, which is a reason why WWE Games didn't have Inferno. Well, I think the biggest problem why it can't be given the Rockstar is because this is the thing. WWE Games is a yearly release. Rockstar Games, they used to be a yearly release. They used to have a different game. Like, think about it. They had GTA 3. Then they had Vice City. Then they had San Andreas. Then they had Bully. And then what did they had in 2006? I don't know what they had in 2000. Oh, wait, no. No. 2005 was probably Liberty City Stories. I don't know when Vice City Stories was. Then there was Bully. Then there was, what was 2007 again? I don't know what 2007 was. But, 2 years later was Grand Theft Auto 4. Then they had the Ballad of Gay Tony, which was like 2 years later. But before that was The Lost and the Damned. They even removed fire when you get put out in the Inferno. I think the biggest problem with Rockstar Games having the title for WWE Games can't happen because yearly release thing. Red Dead Redemption 1 was 2010. And after Red Dead Redemption 1, I think that's when they stopped doing the new yearly releases thing, because we didn't get anything in 2011 or 12, and I'm not counting those remasters for like tablets and iPhones of like older GTA games like 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. What if Sega took WWE? What is Sega? Sega, you know what they're gonna do. You know what Sega would do with WWE. Throw a bunch of Sonic references all around. That's exactly what the hell they'll do. Yep. I can see it now. Like, if I was to go on Community Creations, probably not now, but if I was going 2K19 and then look up Sonic and see a goddamn Sonic Arena, that's exactly what a Sega WWE game would be. Sega had WWF. I did not know that. But again, gaming has changed. Gaming has changed. If anything, what AEW is doing is what WWE should have had in the beginning. They should have kept Aki. Now, I'm not too familiar with Aki. I never played No Mercy. I heard it's a good game, but I'm not that type of old school gamer. I'm just too futuristic, even though I still play PlayStation 2 games. I mean, hell, my girlfriend has a Nintendo 64, which before I ever played it with her, I haven't played Nintendo 64 in like 18 years until until I actually played it with her back in May. That was the first time in 18 years I played the Nintendo 64. It's a megabit WrestleMania arcade game. Oh, that. Again, game has changed. We're talking that's like a few decades ago. Have you ever played Playground? Playground games? No, I don't think so. As a kid, I played the most simplistic games. Oh, no. I'm not into racing games. I haven't really played racing games since wait, I think 2011 when my friend who used to be part of this channel came in, lent me his like Midnight Club Los Angeles on the PSP. I would say that was pretty good, but it didn't keep me around. I should have put ice in this water, but yeah. I don't know what else I could really say about WWE. I just feel like it's doomed. It's doomed. I mean, all this makes it feel like an established game, but the gameplay itself, no, no. I liked the Lego games before WWE. Same. My favorite Lego game is Lego Indiana Jones. Now that I like. That is good. Lego Indiana Jones was actually the first Lego game I ever played. Or was it Lego Star Wars? No, no, no. Lego Indiana Jones, yeah. That was my favorite. But I think my most favorite one in the Lego series has to be the one that I have right now, and it's the only Lego game I have right now, is Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. That is a good one, which I didn't finish the walkthrough of, which is sad. But I mean, like, let me just talk about this real quick, right? Adam Cole looks good. AJ Styles, same as last year, but still looks good. Akam, good. Akira Tozawa, same, looks good. Aleister Black, same, good. Alexa Bliss, updated face. I can't tell if it's good or not. I'm not sure how her face in until have not beat mine. I must get back into it. So I'm not sure about Alexa Bliss's face and her model. Ali, which I am sad. I'm sad that it's Ali. I wish it was still Mustafa Ali, because that's a way cooler name than Ali. Because I bet if let me just say, as a just little bit of a jab joke, if a non-wrestling fan was to ever play this and see somebody named Ali, I swear to God, if somebody makes someone says like, is he related to Muhammad Ali? Somebody needs to be smacked up in the face when they make a joke like that. Ali, good. His hair should be a little slicked back though. Alicia Fox, I could care less. I don't like Alicia Fox. She ain't good. She is not good wrestler. She ain't. And I've seen her matches. This is why she was part of the Divas era. Anyone that was part of the Divas era ain't that good. Now, I can make exceptions. I can make exceptions for kind of the Bella Twins. Now, they're not that good, but they're better than her. They're better than her. At least they try compared to her. She still want to act crazy, like most divas did when it was the Divas era. They were pretty until they decided, like, when they turned heel. Like, there was always this common theme, like a babyface, they're like pretty, hugging, they're just being the good girl of stuff. But when they heels, they good and crazy. They good and crazy. She was a heel, crazy. I seen her on TV. When she is a face, she is like so kind and giving, but when she's a heel, she good and crazy. If you like that, that's a diva. She a diva, and she ain't that good. Andrade. Cien Almas. Should have kept that name. Cien Almas. Andrade. Should have kept Cien Almas in that name. My last favorite game is Mario Kart 7, which I only got to play at my cousin's house. I barely played WWE 10, and one day I finally got WWE 11 from my cousin, because the Wii broke before mine did, so I got to play WWE 11 a little bit. Sadly, it finally stopped working. Andre the Giant, same. I can see a little bit of an improvement from last year. A little bit of improvement from last year. I like this Asuka. She has a good model in this game. Baron Corbin, I actually like his model. Batista. Which one, though? I still wonder about that. Is it the one from his last WWE run? Or is it 2010? Like how it was in my career in 2K19. Because I swear to God, if it is, I'm going to be pissed that we have to resort back to Batista 2010. And nobody wants to see that shit. They'd rather see Blue Tista, not Batista of 2010. And a year later, my Wii broke. Oof. Bailey. She is so outdated now. After what happened 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, she is so outdated. She is so outdated. Now that I actually watched, not on television, I saw a bunch of highlights and how she fully turned heel. So this, she outdated. She outdated. It's sad. It's sad. Now, if only 2K could also listen to the fans, or better yet, don't listen, show that you listen to the fans by adding in hair customization for WWE superstars instead of the goddamn hair dye. Who the fuck asked for hair dye? That's a lazy attempt. Long story short, I played WWE 2008 on PS3 or PS, not sure. WWE 9 through 13 on Wii. WWE 13 on Xbox 360 also. WWE 12 and 2K14 on PS3. Good. Becky Lynch. I'm not sure about that hair. I'm really not sure about that hairstyle. Beth Phoenix. Same. Bianca Belair. Do I need to say more? I saw that entrance. I saw that entrance on her. Those hair fixes are terrible. They need to find a code on hair physics. 2K need to find a code on goddamn hair physics, because this is abysmal. Big Boss Man. I don't know what the difference is for last year. Big E, same. Big Show, same. Billy Kay. She looks the same to me from last year. And Xbox One from 15 through 18. Never owned WWE 2K19, but played it at friend's house. Bo Dallas. I don't know why he can't just be... Big E needs a new face scan. Maybe, but... it's like one of those cases, like, it can be fixed, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, he looks okay, I guess. But, I'm not sure what the difference would really be. He looks mad like John Cena did. Okay, yeah, I can see your point. Bo Dallas, I don't know why. Okay, how often Bo Dallas changes, I don't know why WWE cannot pair him up with his brother Bray Wyatt. It's questionable. They messed up Randy Orton's hair on 2K18. And don't forget his face. Hair and face. Bobby Fish. Same. Bobby Lashley. Now, it looks the same, but I saw his entrance, but his face looked different compared to 2K19. His face right here looks like 2K19, but his entrance gameplay that I saw the other day made me believe that his face was scanned. Booker T, I think he was scanned. Braun Strowman, same. Bray Wyatt, same. Bret Hart, same. He's a new addition, but looks better than 2010. Brie Bella, same. Brock Lesnar, same. He needs a beard. Bray is a legend. Bo was for some months with Curtis Axel. Good, but fell off. True. True. Which is why I say Bo needs to be with Bray. Tag team them up. Like, yeah, they're brothers. But, again, you got the fucking Hardy Boys. And they're brothers. Yeah, I agree. New face, but also give him a beard. He needs a beard. Give him a beard for once. Same, I guess. Buddy Murphy, better than 2K16, I believe. Candice LeRae, same model, just different hair. Carmella, well, I ought to just change her hair now. After what I've seen online, like pictures of like highlights, as well as video too. Her hair is just back to how it was in 2K19. I just want the Boogeyman and CM Punk to return. Well, CM Punk, that ain't gonna happen. Or maybe it will. I have been hearing some reports. Boogeyman, yeah, definitely. He's due for something. Cedric Alexander, same. Cesaro, same. Chad Gable, same. Just has a mustache and a little bit of a beard. Charlotte, I'm pretty sure they updated her face. I mean, her face looks a little bit lighter than last year, but still could be the same. Christian, same. Kurt Hawkins, who cares? It's the same. Curtis Axel, same. Dakota Kai. It seems they updated her by a little, or at least by a lot, actually. They gave her new hair. Her face looks updated compared to 2K19. So they updated her, and she looks better. Dana Brooke, who cares? But updated face anyway. Daniel Bryan, I think they updated his face. It looks a little bit different than 2K19. Dash Wilder, I'm pretty sure they updated him too. But sadly, CM Punk not coming back, and Boogeyman came at Royal Rumble 2018, I think. Yeah, I think so. Demon Wolf, that somebody asked me to do in the last live stream, the first live stream before I couldn't get it to work. I'll keep it though. May have to make a few changes. It is my game, so. Diesel. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Dolph Ziggler. I'm just looking at what time it is. Dolph Ziggler still looks the same, but that hair though, I don't like it. Drew Gulak. Oh God. Updated. I'm not sure for the better. Drew McIntyre. God, what the hell did they do to his hair? It's all floppy and shit. If only it could be like that in gameplay. But look what they did for his thumbnail. It ain't so flowy in gameplay. That's the fucked up part. Oh, it was 2015 when Royal Rumble came. Okay. Dusty Rhodes, same. Rest in peace. EC3, same. Especially for a DLC character. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace. Same. Edge. They should have kept the 2K18 model of Edge. Or actually, no. Was it? No. They should have kept the 2K17 model of Edge. Not give us this. The 2006 version of Edge? No. I don't like this one. Elias. I heard he's got a new entrance. It's better. Ember Moon. Same. Eric Young, same. Eric. Rowe. It was Rowe. They should have never changed it. Same. Fandango. Was in NXT apparently for what I've seen. I don't know why. Same. Finn Balor. Same. And, you know, this pissed me off last year. This really did piss me off. Hey, but I gotta get to bed. I got school. You do that. And thank you. And good night. Alright, let's see. Finn Balor. Demon Balor. This pissed me off last year. It did. Why would you separate these two? Finn Balor and his demon side. 2K18 had this addition perfectly. Oh, I yeah. It had this perfectly. 2K18 had Balor and his demon side in the same attire. It was perfect. 2K19 fucked it up. They fucked it up. They done fucked up. And they done fucked up again. By having them separate attires, which I don't enjoy. I want them to be together. Together. That's why, that's why in 2K19, I literally had to make my own custom attire off the demon attire to have Finn Balor's non-paint attire. That means I had to fucking scrap this. I had to scrap the default Finn Balor, this Finn Balor, for this Finn Balor, and create his non-paint attire. And you know, it was near perfection. Near perfection. Just couldn't upload it to Community Creations. Gentleman Jack Gallagher. I really don't care about him anymore. As much as I did, I don't really care about him anymore. Goldberg, same. They should have gave him the gray beard. Grand Metalik. I really don't care. I don't watch 205 Live. Harper. What's the difference? Heath Slater. I don't care. Oh, and the Demon Finn wrestles better than his Raw and SmackDown appearance, in my opinion. Know why, but it's actually kind of true. And I can understand why. It's just... if they kept it together, I mean, I get it. Demon Balor is stronger than Finn Balor. I get it. But when it comes to having a pay-per-view on Universe mode, or even Exhibition, I mean, Exhibition, yeah, it's easy to choose Demon Finn Balor. But when you're playing Universe mode and you want to use the Demon, yeah, you have to use this shit. Demon Balor, Demon Balor feels special. This Balor, not so much. That's why that one match, Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar, is kind of forgettable. Humberto Carrillo, don't know that much, but I guess it's good. Io Shirai, 2K19 creative wrestler, did it better than this. Ivor, Hanson, same. Jake Roberts, same. Jackson Riker, I think that's good. Jeff Hardy, not one of my favorite. Like, I know why that attire exists, that LGBTQ. It's just not my favorite attire. He looks like a rainbow. I just can't take him seriously that way. Personally, I like that one attire. What's that one attire that I can't think of? I think it had to be that one attire where, like, when he closes his eyes, it's like green eyes until he opens them again. I like that face paint attire, and it should have been in 2K19 because it was in the goddamn launch trailer. That was the most fucked up part. There was face paint Jeff Hardy in a 2K19 trailer, and it wasn't even in the fucking game. And then there was all this hype about, you know, this attire being as a locker code, but I didn't believe that shit. That felt like clickbait. Jey Uso, same. Jim Neidhart, rest in peace, same. Jimmy Uso, same. Jinder Mahal, I don't care. John Cena, I like the hair though. Same face though. Johnny Gargano, they should have updated his face and his hair a bit. Those takeover events where his hair gets all fluffy and shit, they should have updated his hair. Kairi Sane, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about her model and her hair. Kalisto. Yeah, it's alright. Kane, same. Carl Anderson, same. Cassius Ono. I feel like it's the same, but not entirely. Keith Lee. It's a good looking model. Kevin Nash, same. But it's the same as Diesel's. Who gives a fuck? Kevin Owens, who I'm pretty sure had his face updated. Looks pretty damn good. Now, when it comes time when he shaves again, how's that going to turn out, 2K? Hmm? Hmm? Kofi Kingston. My man, Kofi. It's okay. Still looks the same, though. I ain't gonna talk about these Kurt Angle ones. They're all the same. Same. Kyle O'Reilly, same. Lacey Evans, she looked like she had an update on her face besides her hair. Lana, same, just updated hair. Lars Sullivan, no update for him. He has not been updated for like 2 games. So who gives a fuck? Lindsay Dorado, pretty sure he got updated. Like underneath the mask, he looked like he got updated. Lita, there's no love for Lita in WWE games. She was just looking to be DLC in the full game. 2K don't really care to update her. And they could have updated her on many different occasions. Liv Morgan. I'm pretty sure that's the same model. Luke Gallows, same. Mandy Rose, I feel like she just got injection. Like, I'm pretty sure the only difference in her, besides the hair, is those silicone lips. Just to say the least. Maria Kanellis, 2008. Why can it not be the current Maria Kanellis? Who made this shit? Who made this shit? 2008? No, this ain't 2008. This is more the modern day kind. Who made this shit? Mark Andrews. I guess it's good. Mark Henry. Like BC Youngin said, Mark Henry and Triple H had good-looking models. That is a good-looking model of Mark Henry. Maurice, same. Matt Hardy. He looks kind of weird without the beard, but I accept it. Same though. Matt Riddle. It's good. It's good. Mia Yim. I already told you way in the beginning how I thought about Mia Yim's model. It ain't good. It ain't good. I have a 2K19 created wrestler of Mia Yim, and it looks 10 times better than this shit. Mickey James, same. Mike Kanellis, same. Miz, same. Mojo Rawley, same. Just a different beard. Molly Holly, I saw her in that trailer. I didn't even know it was her. And that's saying something. I don't even know Molly Holly that much. But even I know that is not, and thank you. I don't know Molly Holly that well. But I've seen her face. Her face it look very off. It looks super generic. Like that was a terrible idea. Montez Ford. And also, is it because of the Royal Rumble? Because I think they should have added some other Royal Rumble contestants. And if somebody says Tori Wilson, I swear to God, I will bash my head in, because Tori Wilson is not... Were you Sean? I am Sean. What do you mean were? That's past tense. I am the Sean 16. But this... If someone says Tori Wilson should have been in the game, no, she wasn't even a good wrestler. She wasn't. K-Man was he's my best friend, and he used to be part of this channel of the same name. It was under Sean 16 and K-Man 4, but we disbanded. And I changed the name to what it is now. Well, it's still the same channel, just different name, that's all. See, Montez Ford, same, but I like his model. Mr. Rookman, he should have gray hair. Naomi, she has a good model. I like her model. Natalia, same. Nia Jax, same. Just different hair. Nikki Bella, same. You know the Bellatons ain't gonna change. That's the problem. They ain't gonna change. There's nothing different. Nikki Cross, better than 2K18, I believe. No Way Jose, same. Just that weird headband, like he's a yoga instructor, or like he's about to teach yoga classes or something. I don't know. No Mdar, same, but I do like that haircut. Is it Oni or Wani? I just go with Oni Lorcan. I think he's got updated. Otis. Just a different beard. Different colored beard. Papa Shango. I'm pretty sure he's the same. Pete Dunne. What the fuck did they do his beard? It looks like it got slapped on and frickin' create a superstar. Which begs the question, why can't we add beards and hairs to frickin' superstars that aren't created? Why not the WWE superstars? Like, god damn it. Okay, I'm about to be triggered. Again, Peyton Royce. Okay. R-Truth. Yeah, it's good. Randy Orton. I can't tell if this is different. I really can't. But there was a lot of backlash for every face scan of Randy Orton except for 2K15. Unless 2K15 was also part of that category. Randy Savage. So yeah, I've been but for good night, up way fast. Yeah. Go to school. Go to school and go to bed. And good luck. Hope you enjoy WWE 12 because it's better than this. I'm not too sure how I feel about this Randy Savage. Macho Man, Randy said, ooh, yeah. I can't do a good impression. Razor Ramon. Pretty much the same. That's good. That's good. Rey Mysterio. I'm pretty sure he got updated too. Razor updated. I can tell. Rhea Ripley. Not too sure. Ric Flair. All these Ric Flair models, they're all the same. Oh, there's just one? Oh, that's good. Wait, there's just one? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there's a showcase, so... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Ricky Steamboat. I can't tell if he got updated. Ricochet, same. Bobby... Robert Roode. Same, just with that ridiculous mustache. Better yet, I want to pretend to be like Daddy Rick Rude mustache. The Rock. Do I need this anymore? Same. Roderick Strong. He's got a little bit of a stubble, but more of the same face. Roman Reigns. Same. But kind of a new beard. Ronda Rousey. New hair, though. That's the thing. But same face. Rowan. Probably the same face. Rowdy, I can never say this right properly. Roddy Piper. Same. Ruby Riott, same. Rusev, same. Sami Zayn, same. Samoa Joe, I believe he got an updated face. I mean, it kind of looks the same as last year's, but it looks a little bit updated. His skin looks a little bit more tanner, which it should be. Sarah Logan, who kind of looks like she had a face scan. Sasha Banks. It feels like every WWE 2K game she gets a face scan, and this one is no different. Scott Dawson, same to me. Scott Hall, same as Razor Ramon. Seth Rollins. I think it's the same, just the hair and the beard is just more out there. Shane McMahon, his hair is darker for some reason. Like if he's supposed to be young, but he's still got that wrinkle on his forehead. Sure. Shane Thorne, I would say it looks better than last year. Shawn Michaels 2005. Yeah, we don't have a bald Shawn Michaels, but I'll accept this. This is unacceptable. This should be with this one. We should have two different hairstyles of Shawn Michaels. Calling out on your shit again, 2K. Stop with the multiple models and just keep it one model. It's not that hard. It was done in 2K14 for Randy Orton in the freaking 30 years of WrestleMania. There is a Randy Orton. He's not separate. He is combined with the modern day Orton. There is a Randy Orton attire where he doesn't have that extra tattoo sleeve. He don't. Shayna Baszler, same. Sheamus, same. Shelton Benjamin, looks like he got an update on his face. I don't know. Shinsuke Nakamura, I think it's the same. Sin Cara, what the hell they do to him? I don't know. Sonya Deville, looked like she got an update. Stephanie McMahon, same. Steve Austin, I know he damn well got an update. Sting, same. Tamina, definitely an update, but for the worse, I believe. I mean, I know that's how she looks on television, but yikes. Ted DiBiase, like she looks like a wicked witch. Ted DiBiase, same, I believe. Titus O'Neil, same. I can tell it's the same. Tommaso Ciampa, good to be back. Tony Storm, good model. Tony Nese, better than last year, but I think it's the same face model. Trent Seven, well, definitely better than the 2K19 community creations, but there are a few flaws in this. Like the face looks good. Beard, I'm not seeing the full length of the mustache. Triple H, always a treat to say that he is the best looking model in the game. Modern day, I mean. Past, not so much. His hair needs to be a little more. And you call this 2001? This should be Triple H 11, not 2001. You call that 2001? That's just sad. Like, I know this is like vintage, retro, and most classical version of Triple H. I get that. But if this is 2001, his hair is a lot different. That is why every goddamn year you have modders that make the better hair. It's embarrassing. And thank you, Mr. Beast. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to think about it. Because I don't sub to everybody. Not so much. Not as much as I used to. And I'm just being honest. That's all. Trish Stratus. Who, yeah, they give a lot more love to Trish Stratus than they do Lita. And that's some bullshit. But Trish Stratus, she looks good. She looks good in this. Tucker, same. Tyler Bate. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's better than 2K19. Tyler Breeze. Yeah, it's okay. Ultimate Warrior. Same. Undertaker, same. Which is always a treat because he has the best looking model in the game since 2K15. Should I really say that? Oh, no. I just remembered the 2K15 model of him. No, that did not look good, especially with that damn haircut he had at the time. No, I'll go with 2K16. As for his past self, no. The modern can work better than this. The modern superstar model could work better than the past, because this is the problem with Kurt Angle. If they got that wrinkle, if this is the most current version of them, this is supposed to be a current version, but it's the 2002 version of the Undertaker. It's sad. And then you got this one. This one is no different. No. Velveteen Dream. I like his model overall in 2K19 and this game. It's good, but still the same. Xavier Woods, who looked like he got an update on his face, which looks pretty good. Zack Ryder, same. And Zelina Vega, which is pretty much the same when she was a manager in 2K19. Okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot do this anymore. I have poured out. I was supposed to be done almost 2 hours ago, but I just spent the whole time ranting for almost 2 hours, which I've never done before. I have never rant on something for 2 hours. But I don't know. I will be doing a walkthrough of Showcase, because I want those damn unlockables and my career, just to say. Because again, I want the damn unlockables. They look good. But overall, this game needs a lot of work. This game needs a lot of damn work in order to be seen as like, hell yeah, I would want to buy WWE 2K20. Because right now, this is like 2K20, man, I ain't gonna suck dick on that. And I know that sounds like a weird reference. Yes, I do know that. But again, nobody gonna be wanting to suck 2K's dick for this. I know I wouldn't. I bought this game because I thought it would be good, despite all the backlash. I mean, I knew there were gonna be bugs. I just didn't. And you know, I've enjoyed a WWE game that was technically enjoyable, aka 2K15. But I just can't get into this. And maybe it's because of 2K19. I'm not trying to make it seem like 2K19 is at fault here, but maybe it is because it's a better game. It's a better game than this. It is absolutely better than this. This game may have what 2K19 doesn't. It may have a mixed tag. It may have a lengthy my career. It may have a longer showcase. It may have 4 rivalry slots in universe mode. It may have an updated roster, but at least the game is decent. At least the game is more and well established than this pile of crap. And that is the end of it. That's the end. That is the end. So if you enjoyed it, I hope you did. I really hope you did. And if you didn't, well, why are you here? Why'd you stay here? I don't know. I mean, as of right now, there's 0 people, so nobody really stayed. But anyway, if you enjoyed my so-called gameplay, but you know, it's gonna be a separate video. I'm gonna be making highlights of this game. Highlights of this game, as well as my rant, which will go on for like 2 hours, for fuck's sake. It's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Sad. Really, really sad. But if you enjoyed this, smash the like button, comment, subscribe. Look me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And as always, I will see you next time. I'm going to fucking bed. I can't take this shit no more. This game fucking sucks ass.